Hello and welcome to this weather update. It is now March 1st, 2019. Before I get started, I just want to say the MTA, the Long Island Railroad, is back to normal. Finally, I can't believe they fixed it. So I do give credit to them for fixing that huge mess in Westbury. But again, I'm not going to really talk about that anymore. You can stay tuned to my colleagues about that. Let's get back to our usually scheduled programming, which is the environment and the weather. So right now we had kind of a lot of clouds around today. It was a little frustrating because we had this deck of clouds here, this low cloud deck that was over us earlier today, and this was actually part of a clipper type system that just barely dusted the ground here on Long Island. However, if you look over Connecticut and in New England further north, you see snow. So it snowed up there. The clipper system, most of it went to the north, so we really didn't see much in the way of any accumulation, just the tiniest bit of coating on some areas of the ground from that. But as soon as these clouds moved out, the high clouds moved in, so we never really got a clear day. And now we're dealing with the high clouds again. You can see them all here streaming in, and we're going to look at the radar too. We're going to look at that and take a look at the next system that's next precipitation system that's approaching us. Let's just use this radar here. So you can see here the next bit of precipitation, or should I say, that's not a bit of precipitation, it's quite a bit. Let me put that into a loop here, and you'll see here there's going to be some light precipitation that's going to be moving into the area overnight tonight. Alright, and it will be in the form of snow because the temperatures are cold out there. So let's get to it. Let's take a look and see what the current the current conditions outside. Because right now it's cold outside. It's in the 20s. We're having trouble loading this. All right, 28 degrees. So you can see here 28, and they have a chance for light snow. We have a couple of chances for snow in the forecast that we're going to get to. All right, so let's get to the models here. Show you what's going to happen. I'll first show you the GFS model, and then we'll talk a little more specifically about the weather for tomorrow and this upcoming weekend. So you can see there's that system that's going to be approaching us. It's going to be going to the south, but that high is going to try to keep some of the precipitation at bay. So very light snow at the most, and then you can see here we just have a little bit of light snow. It gets pushed back a little bit, and then the more substantial system comes in for Friday night to Saturday, and the GFS does have its strengthening as it gets over the warm water, but it has us as rain and the snow to our north. Alright, that system moves away, then the next system comes in. This system might be a little more substantial now, and it's actually being a little more bullish with this system now, possibly giving us a snow event for Sunday into Monday, and then after that moves away, then we could get some Arctic air around here. Alright, so maybe it'll finally feel and look like winter because we haven't had any snow, which has been kind of pathetic when you think about it this whole winter. Right, that high moves away, and then another chance possibly for some snow on the weekend. So March is coming in like a lion, but then, yeah, back to the same old pattern again with the warm air. But the GFS was originally keeping this storm that was supposed to be a Sunday event was supposed to go to our south, but now GFS seems to be saying it's not going to go to the south and it's going to strengthen a little more. So we have to keep our eye on it. Things are starting to heat up here, or should I say things are starting to get a little more stormy as we go into March. And I'll show you the temperatures too, because we're going to have some, like I said, the jet stream is finally like going a little more in our favor here for winter weather. So you can see here comes the cold air. Coming into the Midwest, and you can see though it's a little more angled toward the east this time. Alright, so that means you can see the trough's a little more over the east. That's why we have the chance for some snow. And it's not really so much over the west, so that's a good sign right there for winter again. This is probably going to be winter's last gasp as we go into March, so if we're going to get anything, it better happen soon as far as snowfall goes. So let's get a little closer into our region here and see what is going to be happening as far as the next precipitation system. So for the more short range, let's go to the NAM and let's take a look at the simulated radar. These are all 0Z models, so we'll take a look at them and see. what they have here. It's sold. Let me just board this back over here. All right, so you can see here, here comes this next system. You can see some light snow, maybe even a little bit of moderate snow actually tries to break out across our area tomorrow. Kind of gets shunted away a little bit, but it could be a period of light snow overnight tonight, and then that moves away, and then here comes this next system. The NAM is a little weaker with the system, but also a little has a little more cold air involved. So it has the line, rain snow line, literally setting right up over Long Island, and that moves away, and then the next system gets going there. And that next system is out of the range right now for the NAM. But we have these two smaller systems to look at. So let's take a look and see what I'm going to actually go to the total snowfall here, and we'll take a look and see how much snow that we may get from this first system. Not very much. Maybe over New Jersey, maybe they'll pick up 2 inches. For us, maybe an inch pushing it, because it's going to be very light. The second system, on the other hand, that one might be a little more for us. So if we go and look at the second system combined with this one, that could give us a couple more inches. And if you go into New Jersey, it actually could wind up putting down maybe even 3 inches. All right. Again, not a huge snowfall, but it's going to be our first snowfall, and a snowfall that's probably going to stick around because it's going to be cold. So we haven't had any snow cover all winter. Really, it's really very unusual. But to see that we're finally maybe starting to get a little gasp of winter here for a little bit here in March, now that we're in March. So let's take a look at the RGEM. I guess we can look at that one too and see how that has the snowfall amounts. Not very encouraging for us for these next two systems. The RGEM does not look great. What about the GFS? We'll go back to GFS, see how that looks with the snowfall. Alright, so yeah, it doesn't really have us accumulating much snow through Saturday, only maybe a couple of inches. It's that second system, this one, that might get us up to 6 to 8 inches for total. This next system here is only bears watching. Could be a more stronger system that could put down a much more higher amount of snow. You know, not a huge burst, but something in the 6 to 8 inch range could be possible for this system that's going to come on Monday. So again, let's take a closer look at that on this, and here comes the storm. So I mean, not a huge storm, but you could see it stays far enough to the south that we stay all snow, and that we could get 6 to 8 inches from that. If it were to take that track. Originally it was going to stay to the south, but the trough's got a little more energy in it in the east. So that's why. Alright, let's take a look at the temperatures, see what they're going to be doing as we head through the weekend. And it's not really going to get that warm. So tomorrow we get into the mid-30s. And then for Saturday, still in the probably upper 30s. Alright, for Sunday, we have the cold air in place. Cold air is coming down. We're in the upper 30s. Alright, so you can see the cold air coming down. Here comes that storm. And again, the temperatures, you see the cold air is trying to come in here. So we'll have to see exactly how that's going to pan out with that storm so far. Alright, but in Monday, we're in the 30s again. And then behind that storm, when that storm departs, that's when we're going to start to see some cold air. Tuesday, we're staying below freezing. It gets even colder on Wednesday, only mid-20s. For our area, and for Thursday tries to recover up to around 30 degrees, and then it just stays below normal, well below normal, right through into the weekend, and then we probably start to warm up once we get into the second weekend of March, probably a little bit, yeah, and the warm air comes back. Yep. But again, still slightly below normal, so you know, still going to be a little below normal. Like I said, this is our last chance to get some winter weather in here. It really is. So the other thing I want to look at, of course, when are we going to see some clear skies? Because the sky hasn't been great, as you know. So obviously it's not going to be tomorrow. I'm going to be stuck in the clouds tomorrow, stuck in the clouds Saturday, stuck in the clouds Sunday, stuck in the clouds Monday, maybe Tuesday. Yeah, maybe Tuesday will be our next day that's somewhat clear, but it still doesn't really have us completely clear. Then clouds back up again Wednesday. Thursday, maybe we get some clear. You know, it's very hard to get clear weather. Very hard. That's what's frustrating about it. So we may have to wait till mid-March for clear. That far out, I'm not even going to be bothering with the sky grids. Let's go to Canadian. I want to see what the Canadian has with that snow track as well. I don't think I have any other models that go out that far. Like I said, these storms are just little nothings. It's the Sunday night thing that the Canadian, of course, has it kind of far north and it being rain, and that's a possibility too that could happen. But I'm not buying that. It might, but I don't know. I don't think any of these models are going to go out far enough. I don't think the RGM goes out far. No, that's not going to go out far enough. The only other model I have is the Wait a minute, don't I have the ICON? I don't think that goes far enough out. That might go far enough out. Yeah, alright, so we can use this one too. Alright, so let's see, ICON. Again, there's that system for tomorrow. Well, that's a little too much there. That brings us a lot of rain. I'm not buying that. Here comes the second system. So the ICON has, similar to the GFS, keeps it to the south, keeping us in the snow. So let's see how much snowfall the ICON gives us. It does. Yeah, it does. There we go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This only gives us 3 inches. I don't know. The ICON. I'm not even buying that. Some models you have to just disregard. Let's just look at the European model and see what's going to happen here. You can look at the storm track. Problem with the European model, yeah, it kind of surges the warm air up. This is the 540 line right here. So it would keep us, it would have us changing over to rain, which is a possibility. And then we get into some nice cold air, so that'll be good. But as far as clear skies, I don't know. If you really want to see nice deep blue skies, you know where to go, Flagstaff. So that's going to wrap up this weather update. Thank you for watching, and I'll keep my eye on the storm. But you know, we do have a chance for some winter weather and maybe getting some snow on the ground. But it would be nice if we get some blue skies, please. Thank you for watching.